What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real of reality TV. I want to talk about these couple of subjects, and I'm going to try to do this really quickly because this show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, is like as the ghetto turns at this point. It's more happening in real time and throughout social media regarding the people on the show than it is happening on the show. So if you are like me and you're not watching the new season, you ain't missing nothing. You ain't missing nothing, okay? But when I heard about this, actually I heard about this a couple of days ago, and then I heard a little bit more yesterday when I was listening to Content Creator Empress Radio. I was just shaking my head and I'm like, this is just absolutely ridiculous. And in my personal opinion, I'm going to start here with Stormy, if this is indeed true. Now, actually, I heard this a couple of days ago. I think her name is Tank Marche. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but I never heard of her before. She was in my YouTube feed and I saw this video title, so I just decided to listen to it as I was multitasking, as I always am. And she was talking about a situation where Queen Sheba did a video where she was talking about the fact that she believed that another content creator, Anthony Lofties, had shared her or had her information shared by Stormy to him because she had ordered a product or products from Stormy before, and that would be the only way that he would have access to her personal information, meaning her government name and possibly her address. This is a bit too much. I don't know if it's true, but this is what has been insinuated and alleged. But this is what I'm going to say if this is indeed true. Because again, I don't know. I don't know any of these people, any of them. I don't know any of the content creators, and I definitely don't know any of the people on the show. But to hear things like this go on, if they are indeed happening, and I don't think she is lying about what she believes. I'm not saying that it actually did happen, but I guess she put the puzzle pieces together, connected the dots to, create a full line and saw what the actual picture was. The things that have been insinuated, if these indeed actually have happened and are true, these people don't need to be on reality TV. They really don't. We can see with our own eyes. Obviously, Stormy has had an opportunity to become successful being a business owner. Great. Kudos. Congratulations. But I will say for me, because I don't follow, a lot of these people in their day-to-day stuff on social media, but when I would see different things, some different posts and things like that, it was just a bit of a turnoff. And I will say for myself, being someone who is a business owner, I have been an entrepreneur since 2006. I've been in the beauty industry since 2008. I've been in the wellness industry since 2006, but I also was a legal assistant for 12 years prior to that. I don't sit and brag about my accolades and all of those different things like that, but I'm grateful for the success that I've had in the beauty industry, and it continues, and it will even, grow even more because I give God all the praise, glory, and honor. He is the one that directs my path, and everything I have is because of him and the work that I have been allowed to put into my career. This, for me, what I'm doing right now, this is fun. It's a hobby, and I talk about things a lot with the clients that I see when I am working with clients hands-on. I don't work with clients hands-on every day. And when I, do that, it's like, why not do it on a podcast? Okay. So that's what I do. I bring it to the podcast and I get to connect with you all who are a part of my channel and podcast. And I appreciate that. It's fun for me. But the times that Stormy has made posts and comments, it's just been a bit of a turnoff. Glad that you've, made a lot of money. Glad that you have had the opportunity to have your products in stores and retail and all of these different things like that. Happy about it. But, she would come off a bit as a turnoff, especially in that first season that she came on the show, because it was just like she had her nose turned up and she was, a bit aggressive and abrasive, and how she was kind of like, in a little bit of a way, Melody's guard dog, and then flipped. And this, for me, what I'm saying, it's not about Melody, because I'm really trying not to even bring her up in this, because Melody has nothing to do with Stormy's actions. But it does come across as a bit weird when, before you came on the show, Melody used your home, you allowed her to use your home for a video, and then the next time you come on the show, you're on the show as a cast member. You're not in the opening scenes, but you're pretty much a cast member. And then you're like Melody's pitbull against, Destiny. And then you want to be good with Destiny, which I was actually okay with. I was like, wow, this is very mature of her. And I just felt like Destiny was the one that was being a bit weird. Not saying that Destiny had to bow down on her knees and worship her because Stormy gave her a Gucci bag, but I was just like, she's extending an olive branch. I felt like that was big of her, and I felt like Destiny's attitude kind of stunk, with it. But to go from all of that to now, you're weird with Melody. I guess they're not friends. It's just a bit weird. But she would do the post about, I got everything I got out of the mud. Nobody didn't give me nothing and whatever. It's like, a lot of people got that story. Great. Same here. Nobody's giving me anything. I've actually had a lot of people against me, and I persevere in spite of that. But I don't sit here and talk about that stuff all of the time and make it seem like it's a badge of honor. Just be grateful. Just be grateful. But I will say that sometimes I feel like the competition thing, she has an issue with that. But there's so many people out here that have hair care lines. Shoot, Rihanna just announced that Fenty hair is coming out here pretty soon. You go to all of these hair stores and all of these different, places. There's so many hair product lines. I had never heard of canvasbeauty until she came on the show. So it got her the exposure that she was looking for. I don't feel that this type of exposure is what she needed or wanted or was looking for, but she's getting it because she's getting a lot of negative looks upon her from how she has presented on the show, as well as throughout, stuff that has happened on social media. So if it is true that she shared information about this content creator that ordered from her store before to this other content creator, that's just not a good look. It's terrible. And I don't know if it's true, but I'm saying that's what's been insinuated, and it's just not looking good for her. I don't think she needs to be on the show anymore. I really don't. A lot of them don't need to be on the show anymore, honestly, so that's not even a big revelation. But speaking of people who don't need to be on the show anymore, Martell Holt, Arion's baby wife, Holt. So it's been reported that one of his attorneys has put in a motion request to withdraw as counsel for him. Now, I can't recall if it's for the family court case or the criminal case. You all can let me know your thoughts in the comment section, but does it even really matter? Because at this point, we already know that he has issues with money and he has issues with listening to directions and doing what he's told. I'm quite sure that he cannot continue to pay those legal bills. And I'm also quite sure that he has been directed to either not do things or to do things or all of the above. And he does the opposite of what he's told. I wouldn't want to work with him either. It's people like him, Donald Trump, Kanye West, these narcissistic bulldogs. And I say bulldogs because bulldogs are not vicious. They look like they are, but they really aren't. So these narcissistic bulldogs that they're hard to work for and work with. And so to hear that one of his attorneys has requested to be removed as counsel for the defendant, it's no surprise to me. Not a shock. But I would say that it has something to do with all of the above, the finances as well as the comprehension. If you all know which case, was it the criminal case or the family court case that the attorney requested to be withdrawn as counsel for him, you can let me know in the comment section, because I really can't remember. It doesn't even really matter to me at this point, because one down, another to go. It's not like he has a legal team, because we know that's not something that he can even afford. He could barely afford to have one attorney. And knowing his crazy butt, he would expect to have Melody somehow fit the bill for his attorneys. He's crazy. But if it's for the criminal case, I mean, he should have had a public defender in the first place, because that's what they say. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. So, like, I'm assuming it might be for the family court case, but with his prideful butt, he probably got his mom to fit the bill, you know, to just get him a criminal defense attorney in the beginning. But she was like, all right, Martell, you're going to have to continue to pay these bills, because I don't have it like that to keep paying these bills, but I'll get an attorney for you. I don't know. It's crazy, because all of the stuff that he's going through right now is because of his ego, his pride, and his narcissism that he refuses to get a handle on. When you're a narcissist, that's just what you are. There's really no cure for that. And he refuses to go to therapy. So all of the stuff that he's going through, and he's trying to act like he's living this lifestyle that is enviable. When he's, you know, did that live the other day with Ralph Pittman, talking about how his life is good and he's traveling, he's, you know, going on vacations, he's seeing his mom and his children. Never mention the forever side chick. Never mention her. But he don't have it like that. He really don't. That check that he's gotten for being on Love and Marriage Huntsville is gone before it comes. All right? And I'm assuming his check is just a little bit higher because he, for no good reason, just because he was married to Melody, gets that EP credit, executive producer credit. But yet and still, it ain't that much. All right? But if he would just surrender, he wants to appeal the criminal case, but, you know, that's the type of person that he is. But if he would just surrender, he wouldn't be in the fix that he's in. If he would just do right. Let Melody have full custody of the kids. You have visitation from time to time. Because he doesn't want those kids like that. We know it. It's just to be able to have still that access to Melody, and that's it. And with what he did in the criminal case, he can't. And that's why he's appealing it. Because he'll be damned if anybody tells him that he can't access Melody. That's what he wants. It's not about the children. It's about Melody. Because when Melody tried to make it after he had done so many other horrible things, make it so where he could only communicate with her certain ways, then he wanted to file for full custody, and he was complaining about not having her phone number and different things like that, when he knows that he was able to access her in other ways if he needed to, but he was harassing her. He's just disgusting. I can't stand this dude. Guys, you let me know your thoughts in the comment section about all of this. Let me know what you think about Stormy and what has been insinuated about what she possibly has done with this content creator's information, sharing it with another content creator. And let me know what you think about Martell's attorney saying, hey, courts, give me an out. I can't deal with this dude anymore. Thanks for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.